Hey everyone, this is Ben and thank you for joining us on this episode today. Well, we are going to be talking about connectivity today as far as being out in the middle of nowhere and only having one bar or even almost nothing on your cell phone. And when we are overlanding or we are boondocking or dispersed camping, having emergency communications is a vital part of being out of nowhere. Now, just recently, a buddy of mine was in Colorado and they had an issue at 11,000 feet where their trailer or the camper overturned. But they did not have any cell service up there at 11,000 feet. Fortunately, they did have an emergency communicator, their Zoleo, where they could send emergency messages. But today, we're not going to be talking about emergency communicators. We're going to be talking about cell phone boosters. And there are several out there. And today's video is sponsored by HiBoost. And HiBoost is a cell phone booster that will intensify or amplify your cell phone signal all the way up as far as sometimes 5 bars. So let's go check it out and see what this is all about. So let me tell you how the HiBoost booster works. Okay, so this right here is the antenna. The outside antenna picks up the signal from the nearest cell phone tower and sends it to the booster. So it's going from the antenna to the booster right here, and it looks like a little mini amplifier. Okay, then the booster amplifies the signal and the inside antenna rebroadcasts the enhanced signal throughout the truck. So even if you have one bar, and sometimes when we're going through mountain passes or in the middle of nowhere, you have one bar, and we all know how frustrating that is trying to navigate with your GPS or anything like that on your cell phone. Well, this, I've seen it go all the way up. It amplifies it up to 5 bars on your cell phone. Now, what you see behind me is the new HiBoost Travel 3-Point ExplorerX. Now, they just came out with this about a week and a half ago, and the difference between this and the prior model is the antenna, which is this right here, allows you to fold the antenna up or down 180 degrees. So if you're going traveling, you have the option to fold it flat when you're going into a garage or going under trees or parking somewhere, and then when you're traveling, you go ahead and prop it straight up. Now, the HiBoost 3.0 ExplorerX offers enhanced signal stability with its powerful booster and rugged outdoor antenna. It's designed to withstand extreme conditions, and this thing is tough. It redefines the on-the-road connectivity, providing improved cell, text, data, and video stability, even in the challenging areas. So we are going to go ahead and install this. I'm going to show you how to put it together, and then we're going to do a test. Now, when you look at the amplifier right here, it's high quality metal build with the construction that ensures enhanced impact protection. It's a dual silicone side, and a hollow design offers heat dissipation. If you look at the heat sink fins, and it uses high grade materials, and the sides are protected with rubber. If you look at the left and right side, and this will be mounted inside of the vehicle, and it's really easy to set up. It's just got easy connections, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And like I mentioned, the antenna is foldable for 180 degrees. Now, I saved some time and I mounted the base mount, which will go on here on my Tua Pro rack already to save some time, but I'll show you how I did that as well. Now, equipped in this kit is the foldable antenna mount for optimal signal and reception from distance towers. Now, just remember, this setup, you will need at least one bar, you know, because this enhances the signal and it's easy to set up and store. All it is you just push a button and it flips right up. You pull it up, push the button, push it right down, and it's the foldable design perfect for quick adjustments during your travels. And like I said, this is not a, you know, I would say a go-to all savior thing for being out in the middle of nowhere. You know, this is just another tool that you can have. Like, I carry a Zoleo emergency communicator. I also have a Starlink for my internet connection in the middle of nowhere, and then this. So those three things, one of them will be able to put me in touch with someone, or I'll be able to communicate with you know, somebody in case of an emergency. So those are the three things I carry, which I think is a vital part if you're in the middle of nowhere. So my Zoleo emergency communicator, whether it's a Garmin InReach, my Starlink satellite internet, and then this right here, my HiBoost cell phone booster. So let's go check it out, and let's go put this thing together, and let's go ahead and install it so I can show you how this thing works. So I laid everything out for you guys to see what comes in the kit of the Travel 3.0 ExplorerX. Now it looks like a lot, but it's not, and it's so easy to set up. First of all, you are going to get a user manual, and it does give you the app where you can test your cell phone booster, and we'll show you that in a little bit. So it's pretty detailed in here, so that's a really cool option. You are going to get the booster, and like I said, you know, it tells you how to hook it up, you know, the indoor, the DC in, the USB, and the outdoor. So that is pretty much not very hard to hook up. You are going to get the outside omnidirectional antenna. You are going to get the inside power antenna, so this will mount inside of the vehicle. You are going to get the outside 15 feet of cable right here. You're going to get the DC power supply, and that'll plug into the box. You will get some mounts if you decide you want to mount it around some a roll bar or anything square or round. They will give you also some mounting screws. Of course, tie wraps or zip ties. And then you get your antenna with your extension and then your heavy duty spring. Now, like I mentioned earlier, that the previous model did not come with the folding 180 degree adapter. It just came with this right here. So you were not able to fold down your antenna, and then it gives you the antenna base fold down, so when you fold your antenna down, it will lay right into the base right there. So that's a really cool option. The only thing I don't like is they gave you there's no screw hole in here, so it's basically, I would say you would have to use 3M tape on that, but that's not a big deal. But kind of wish there were a maybe a plate, and you bolt it down and then you slide this into that plate, but you know, no big deal. We can get around that. And that's it for the kit. And then of course the folding mounting bracket right there, and I'll show you that because I just mounted it. And I mounted the folding mounting bracket right up on here. Perfect spot, because when I open my rooftop tent, it only comes to about here. And like I said, this is basically you pull that out and then this flips up or down. Can't do it with one hand, but I did mount 2 bolts already. I drilled these 2 holes into my tool rack, and I will show you that and when we install the antenna. But really simple. So let's go ahead and install or put together the antenna. All this stuff runs internally, so there's no cables sticking out or showing anything, so it's a real clean install. So like I mentioned, this is the antenna itself. Really tough. It's a hard plastic, but let's go ahead and install it. So first thing you want to do is you want to run your cable through the antenna base, and it comes out right there, and then it just threads right on. And then we'll tighten everything up once we get everything set up. Now on the bottom of this base you have there is another adapter, and you can see that it has a cutout right there, so your antenna will actually run out from there. So let's go ahead and put that out. You might want to bend it just a little bit, so that way you can get it out just like that. And then just run it right up through there. And then you want to screw that on. Like I said, this thing's really, really simple. Okay, just like that. Now you can take your heavy-duty spring, and this is so if you do hit a tree branch or anything like that, the antenna will kind of flex or give way. So this is your heavy-duty spring, and this is designed so if you are going under trees or anything like that, this thing will bend and give way so you don't damage your antenna. Now it does come with a concave washer, so make sure you put the washer on the right way. And I guess if you really want to, you could put some Loctite on there if you feel comfortable doing that. And then basically you can take your zip tie and zip tie it right here to prevent it from going up or down, and we'll do that just a little bit. So let's go ahead and put this thing onto the base mount. Okay, so this is that new base mount I was telling you about. I still need to put the screws in here, and we'll do that in just a second. But it allows you to pull this button out, and you can rotate this thing 180 degrees, which is pretty cool. And then release it, and then it's stable. All right. Okay, so let's install the antenna. And like I said, all you have to do is just thread this thing in. And there you go. You just put it up that way, or set it down that way. We are going to go ahead and hook everything up using my BLUETTI AC50, because I don't know where I'm going to mount this amplifier yet in the truck. So for today's video, we are just going to simulate that we've got it hooked up in the truck, and like I said, using my power station, my AC50 from BLUETTI. So let's go ahead and start plugging some stuff in. So on the back, it does say outdoor. So you are going to take your 16 feet of cable and plug it into the outdoor plug here. Just like that. And then you're going to take your other part of your cable, and then you're going to run it to your antenna, which is back there. So okay, so I've got my outdoor antenna. Then I am going to take my indoor antenna right there and plug it into the indoor antenna port. Like I said, it's really, really simple. Okay. And then I am going to take my DC in, plug it into the DC 12 volt plug, and you can also hardwire this in if you want to, but we'll just we're going to be just using a 12 volt right now. Okay, now I am looking at my cell phone and I only got 2 bars right there. So okay, so let's go ahead and power on my BLUETTI AC50. It's got 100%, and let's power on the DC output. Okay, as you can see, it is searching, thinking, powering on. You got 3 blue lights right now. Sorry about the lighting. Get that out of the way. Just a little cleaner. Antenna right there. You do have a USB plug there as well. Okay, so this red plug here on the DC plug is to turn on and off the amplifier. So as I hit it, you get 3 blue lights came on. When you hit it, it shuts it off. So right now we're seeing what kind of amplifier we got. So we're letting this thing boost up. Alright gang, I just went ahead and restarted my cell phone, and I must say I went from 1 to 2 bars because I've got pretty crappy connection around this area, and look at that. I went up to full 5 bars. That's pretty amazing. This thing is screaming wicked fast, and wow, that's amazing. So this system right here works with all US carriers across the United States, and I'm going to drive around the area in some remote areas where I've got really bad cell phone coverage and see how well this works. But I'm highly impressed. If you're looking to get a system like this from HiBoost, go to HiBoost.com, and if you're looking to save some cash, I will post a discount code in the description box below. And like I said, I can save you a couple of dollars on the system using the code I put in there. But I want to thank HiBoost for sending us the Travel 3.0 ExplorerX for testing and review, and I'm looking forward to using this system when we hit the road. Like I mentioned before, this is one of the tools I think is vital for emergencies, communications while you're out there in the middle of nowhere. Having one of those 3 items, like I mentioned, emergency communicator, a Starlink satellite, and a cell phone booster could be a difference between life or death in my books, as well as a medical kit as well. But if you got any questions, pop them in the comment box below. And if you made it this far in the video and you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're a first-time viewer, hit that like, comment, and hit that bell notification. And hit all notifications, and you'll be notified every time I post a video. But I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Again, check out HiBoost Travel 3.0 Explorer. Highly recommended. Until the next video, this is Ben from SEMPER GUMBIE, out.
Like a storm cloud in the distance, you can feel me moving in. There's a pressure and resistance I hope we never have to feel again. It's you, yeah, it's always been you.